Chad, nice work on Tuesday night. Very good job. You can see here that as you get more knowledge and understanding of how the lower body has to work, you're going to see a lot of good things come together. You're going to see the upper body thrust over more. So when we were together in our first lesson, everything kind of moved at the same time. Even the back leg would move with the arm because you just didn't convert the power well. You didn't transfer that power from the lower body to the upper body. So with the longer stride, because you're able to elongate here and produce more forces off the back leg, you're able to get out further. You're able to lower the center of gravity. And when you lower the center of gravity, you start to use more units. You start to incorporate more units and you recruit more muscle power from the lower part of the body. And when the lower part of the body is powerful, when you have a powerful stride, that converts up very, very well to the next stage, which is the rotation, and that's where the torque comes in with the midsection here and the hip and the shoulder. So where you're standing right now is a very good position. Your trunk is vertical. You're pretty good here. You're not leaning, which means that your trunk has a lot of distance to travel now. We just have to continue working on with you some flexibility because you don't have the natural flexibility right now, but over time it'll get there and you'll see a big difference in trunk flexion. So your trunk flexion right now is, it's below average, but that's just going to be time. And your full external rotation here at this point, and what I mean by trunk flexion, first of all, is this here. So when you're at full external rotation where the arm lays back, your body is at a 72-degree angle, and there's really not much of an arc here in the back. It's kind of straight. It's a flat back, but it's kind of straight. What we want to see is an arc in the back, and that arc in the back will come when the chest thrusts out. So we want to see this kind of a thing here. So our goal for you is to get your chest down to, or your chin and your chest down to about a 53, mid-50s, somewhere in there. Okay? But a lot of good things that you're doing here. So nice improvements. So let me just show you from the top again what we got here. So we got a good leg lift. Okay, as your leg descends, you flex the back knee. Now in the future we'll talk about how you can lead with the front hip more and how to get this leg into an angular position so you can even drive harder. But as you stride out, notice the power here. Notice the knee right here, how it kicks out. You have the foot down long, which is real good. It's in sync with this foot. So we're still working on opening up that foot while we power the back foot from here to here so we can open that up and get that hip open. Okay, but really good position. When you land, you have a nice low center of gravity here. And I think right here the only issue that we should really focus on now is, your upper body is rotational because you just have a tight upper body. But through some work and conditioning and some flexibility, of course, we're gonna fix that up. But what we want to see here in the future is we want to see how the chest flexes forward when the front foot lands, and the arm lays back right now a little bit sooner. So if you watch, notice how your upper body and your arm are still kind of coming together at the same time, where the hips, we want to get the hips to go, and the hips are going pretty good here. But notice how the arm kind of rides the shoulder there. See right here, we really want to see the arm begin to lay back because it's now receiving all these forces from the ground up to the knee, the hip. We want to see that arm start to lay back here. And that will come in time. Okay, but good job getting a nice long stride. And take a look also here how in the past when your leg used to just come off the ground right here, and your leg would literally follow the arm. Like your back leg here would literally just come off the ground and it would end up over here in front of your front foot, and all of your weight would be falling forward and you'd be catching yourself with your back leg somewhere out here. Remember that? And look at that. What a nice finish. And that's all due to simply the fact that you have generated more power from the back leg right here. You've incorporated now a longer stride. So we have more forces now hitting the front leg. So now the back leg, all the back leg is going to do is just stay there on the ground while the front part of the top of the body here begins to rotate and flex forward. So now all the power from the leg is done. Now it's all just going to shoot up here, and it's going to thrust your chest forward. And the leg just kind of stays back. It'll come up, just like it did there, and eventually, way after you've thrown the ball, it'll just come around, and it'll catch you about right there. So you can throw a ball 95 miles per hour, and your back leg would do that same action because you've braced up real good, and you've forced all the power back in, which thrusts all this forward. Okay? Really nice job. Really good improvements. Okay, I hope that helps you out. I would continue to work on flexibility training with your coach, your training coach, for the hips, the groin, the glutes, the hamstrings. Continue to work on that on a daily basis, and work on some of if you want to do the torque throws, that'll be great, like we did at our lesson. But don't go too much. Just throw one bullpen this week for about 55 pitches, maybe 60 pitches tops, and continue to work on opening up this front side when you're ready to. And I like the way you keep it closed. And at this point right here, here's where we want to swing it open. Okay, you're still landing a little bit too closed off here. And I think that's really going to help when this part opens up more to open up the hips so that the body can flex over a little bit more, okay? All right, where are you at here before we finish up? Pitch release. Pitch release, you are 56, not bad, not bad. We see the typical high velocity pitcher at, let me get this out of the way here real quick, mid 40s, upper 30s, low 40s. They're about here. So your back's going to be on that line pretty soon, okay? All right. I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next time, okay? I'll put this up for you.